asking questions as it pertains to properly contracting or not contracting or traversing in the foreign jurisdiction. So most of these questions is when we engage in trade and commerce, and we have to have to trade within a foreign jurisdiction. We have to make sure that we are speaking correctly. So this is all about proper speak in the Amexem-Moor-Empire, so that way we traverse or we contract properly. So the first question is what the Supreme Commander asked Honorable Noble Ariel about was, what is the date? And he asked that specifically because it's a copyrighted material if you use the foreign jurisdiction date. The second question was, I don't think you asked about currency. You don't ask about money, but you asked about where does her domicile?
Ask where her appellation is.
Appellation. You asked where her appellation was, and the appellation, Honorable Noble Ariel versus a friend that is in a foreign jurisdiction. You did. The second was, where do you domicile, and where's your abode? All these questions are tying back to jurisdiction, because His Imperial Majesty stated that if you do not have things clear on the front end, if you utilizing somebody's copyrighted material, then you're automatically traversing, and they can use the long arm statute of the law to actually have jurisdiction, which is subject matter and personam jurisdiction.
It would be both.
It would be both, making it basically a justicable controversy wouldn't come up now, because you have both subject matter and personam, so they can proceed to adjudicate, I guess, over you.
They would have at that point justiciable controversy, because you gave them subject matter and personam jurisdiction because you engaged in conversion, grand theft and conversion in certain areas, but effectively conversion, which is unauthorized exercise of control over someone else's property. If you use that copyright material on the front end and didn't negotiate that particular use on the front end, then you are a thief. And you cannot negotiate on the back end. Now they are the injured party, and they get to determine what their compensation is going to be. Your rights, your liberties, your freedom, or whatever else that they want. Fines, whatever the case may be. All the above. Because you traversed, you get engaged in the conversion, you basically became the nail and gave them the hammer, and now you are being hammered as a nail. You volunteered for it. Language, subtleties, and intricacies. Now, I did ask her about where her domicile was, and she didn't say that she lives in, because physically, wherever your heart is beating and you are breathing and you are cognitive, cogent, and lucid, you're living there. Your abode may be somewhere that you may dwell in, a specific location that is separate from you living. So your language must delineate both. You must be very precise in your language. You must parse it extremely, extremely deeply. It does not give them inch nor quarter to attempt to circumnavigate you, and attempt to corner you, and attempt to box you in. As long as you don't do that, they have no point of entry to attack. Without a point of entry, they cannot establish subject matter, let alone personam jurisdiction, which means they will never have a justiciable controversy, at least not regarding you. They give everyone clarity of thought so far? Distinguished Noble?
Yes, sir.
District Governor?
Affirmative, Your Imperial Majesty.
Very well. I'm a Noble Heir. Do you have any questions?
Peace and Islam, no.
I'm a Noble Darrell. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Very well. Noble Tina, do you have any questions?
Islam, not at this time.
I'm going to show you a variation of what I'm talking about here. This might, all right, this is a deviation from training class. However, this is just to give you an example of what I mean by how you must be strict with your language. Islam. All right, Honorable Ariel. I've got your, I have this written quorum notice before me. That's the purpose of today's hearing. All right, wow me, dazzle me. Explain to me why I should vacate any particular judgment and why I should set aside any particular orders. Carry on.
The written quorum notice, the defendant has the right to the rules of evidence. The evidence is the evidence is exonerating. You know, what is it? The evidence is evidentiary and it's exculpatory, and it's clear and concise. And so here in the
Denied.
say that again.
Denied. Do it again. You missed. What did you miss? Do it again. All right. We're here for this bit of quorum nobis here. That's the basis of today's hearing. All right, madam, you have the floor to proceed. Dazzle me, wow me, amaze me. Why should I grant this writ of quorum nobis? Why should I vacate any particular judgments and remove any particular or set aside any particular orders? Proceed.
Well, the evidence is evidentiary and exculpatory and corroborating. And it goes by the rule, and the defendant has the right to the rules of evidence, and so the film of the evidence, the film that's part of the evidence, the film starts at 11:55 a.m., but the defendant comes into frame around 12 p.m. and the defendant is walked up to the store. Walked up towards the store, and he's standing in front of the store, looking at his phone with his back towards the store, not looking up, or just looking forward and looking at his phone, not turning back, not looking back at any point in time. And so 12 p.m., that's when the robbery starts. So, and the robbery stopped at like 12:03 p.m. And the defendant is still looking at his phone. He's just still, while the robbery is happening, he's just looking at his phone, not looking back at him, not paying attention to what's going on in the store behind him. His back still turned toward the store, looking at his phone.
I'm still observing the footage here, and what you have specified appears to be accurate. This does appear to be the film and evidence. It does appear to be exculpatory. Under the rules of evidence, it is permitted. It does corroborate the affidavits. So ordered. What did you get right?
What did I get right? Defendant has the right to the rules of evidence. The evidence is corroborating, it's evidentiary, and it's exculpatory. I describe everything in detail, what's going on in the evidence.
What did you not allow me to do?
I didn't allow you to dictate what was going on.
Characterize.
Yeah, I didn't allow you to characterize.
Characterize what?
The defendant.
The evidence.
The evidence.
Because your language was precise.
Precise.
So again, Distinguished nobles, welcome aboard, Noble Drew. Distinguished nobles, honorable nobles, and nobles. Your language absolutely positively must be precise. Do not allow a party to characterize anything you're looking to proceed upon, because if you do, they're not going to characterize in any manner that's favorable unto you. So in business, you must know how to properly characterize their subtleties, their intricacies. Are you starting with an RFI or with an RFP? A request for information or a request for proposal? You can't propose on a particular job to build something if you don't know all the build requirements. Hence, you're going to go with an RFI first, request for information. And then when you have all the information gathered from the would-be client or would-be customer, now you can begin to formulate how you construct what they seek to acquire from you. Now you can get all the costs that's associated, you can get all the miscellaneous, and now you can add in inflation and all the things you need to make sure that you don't come in a manner where you don't get, where you don't get to a circumstance where you don't charge enough to cover all your expenditures and still have a decent profit. So it's processes, protocols, procedures. Those are the subtleties and the intricacies and the nuances of which I speak of all of the time. It starts with the precision of language. Language is, in fact, the companion of empires. One word misspoken, and you shoot yourself in the foot. It doesn't take much. One word can do it. This is not theory. Seen it happen. And then there's the 3-second rule. You stand mute for 3 seconds, you will have agreed to any characterization that was made that you did not intend to have made. You must be professional grade. You are a Amexem-Moor-Empire national, and I will not have anything less out of you because your offspring are looking to you to teach them. And you cannot teach them what you don't know. On my watch, you're going to learn today. All right. Noble Tina, what were you saying? You have the floor.
Peace and Islam. My question was just regarding the vocabulary. I did not quite hear which of the vocabulary was being mentioned.
It was quorum nobis, because this is not a training class for how we proceed. However, there's a correlation regarding the subtleties of language and how you must be precise. And I use that as an example for 2 reasons. 1, it's practical and sensible based on what we're talking about. And 2, it gives you a window into what you're going to be learning in actual training for nationals, for the regular regiment. Because there's a whole lot of things that got left out of that particular part of when I was asking Honorable Noble Area to answer me on the scenario there. There's a whole host of things that go in front of that. We're not going to cover that on this line. She knows what I'm talking about. That said, you got the preliminaries. To that end, you just watched her box me out of being able to characterize the evidence. I didn't get to say maybe that party was a lookout for those that was doing the robbery. She boxed me out of that. All in the precision of language. Make sense to anyone? Who's got a question what I just explained? Distinguished Noble, you have a question what I just explained?
Negative, sir.
District Governor, do you have any question what I just explained?
When we talk about quorum nobis, are we talking about a writ of error?
That's not writ of error. What's the writ of error? Noble Ariel, help out the district governor. What's the writ of error?
So
1, 2, 3. You're both done.
The quorum vobis is the writ of error direct.
Why it take you 7 seconds to answer my question? Yes. Quorum vobis is the writ of error.
The writ of error directed by the court or review to the court that tried the cause to correct the error in fact.
All right, that is correct. But why it take you 7 seconds to answer me?
Sorry.
No. Fix it. Writ of quorum nobis is not the same as quorum vobis, District Governor.
No, it's 2 different things.
Affirmative.
You have a follow-on question, District Governor?
Not at this time.
Let's tie this back now to where we started. You say you're in Amexem-Empire national you're from a foreign government, from a foreign nation, an organic nation from the Amexem-Moor-Empire? Yes. Really? What's your appellation? Whatever I say it is. Where do you domicile? North Amexem or Albion District? And where is your abode? Oh, Agade Medina. Where is that? Earth. Welcome. What did I not give them? Anything under their copyright? Nothing.
Jurisdiction. You didn't give them jurisdiction.
Yes, because I did not give them anything under their copyright, so I did not traverse. If I did not traverse, then I did not give them a justiciable controversy. There's no subject matter and personam jurisdiction. I did not engage in copyright infringement of their name or that they designated an area. I didn't do that. I didn't use their name. I didn't engage in the copyright infringement, which gives the implied contract that they had the right to punch me in my face. You may use stuff without negotiating the users on the front end? Oh, so you're a thief. Oh, I see. Well, you can't negotiate the use on the back end after you already used my copyright without my permission. So now I'm an injured party, and now I'm entitled to compensation. What I want as compensation is your freedom, your liberty, your rights, fines, all that. Offender, injurer, damager. And you have a leg to stand on. Everybody see where I'm coming from now? Makes sense, everyone?
Affirmative.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you're saying that you own the business within the Amexem-Moor-Empire, but you're using all their stuff that's outside of the Amexem-Moor-Empire, you open yourself up to what's called the long arm of the law statute. I don't have a jurisdiction regarding you, fine. But if your business is engaging in business inside of my jurisdiction or with any party or entity tied back to my jurisdiction, it's third-party jurisdiction now. Long arm of the law statute. Third-party attack. Collateral attack. Why? Because I get to view you as a co-business partner. Why? You engaged in a venture. Jointly or otherwise. So today we start with enterprise and we started with venture. Enterprise or venture. An enterprise is literally a venture or an undertaking. A venture, on the other hand, well, wait a minute now. It's you're engaged in an action of some sort where risk is involved regarding making money. An enterprise is not presumed to be that. However, a venture is presumed that making money is involved. Again, the subtleties of language. It must, it's coming out of your mouth, it has to be precise, all of it. One word misspoken and you can sink yourself. Even with my speech impediment, my language is always very precise. Is your business a trading business or a services business? So when someone says to you, all right, you have a business, what type of business is it? You get to now tell them it's a trading business or a services business. They're not expecting that particular response out of you. They're expecting S Corp or LLC or something else they want to jump on you about. Nice try. My business is in good standing before the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Power Industry Agency Imperial Business Registrar. Is a registrar? Is a registrar. And the registrar is there on behalf of the one that engages pro bono. Excuse me, pro domino, pardon me. And who would that be? The constitutional monarch. Pro domino meaning what? As the master. Oh, yeah, oh. You're not just fighting with me now. And I guarantee you're gonna lose that one. Ever hear this thing called Foreign Sovereign Immunity Act that you guys had? You're gonna lose that one. Oops. All right. Down to 9 minutes. So, distinguished noble, what did you learn?
I learned that engaging in commerce, language is precise because language is the foundation of all contracts. So we don't want to engage in a contract that is basically making us traverse in a traverse. And when we traversing,
there it is. Hold, pause right there. And there it is. This whole exercise was all about protection of your contractual ability. Well, why? Where are you going to have any performance of contract arguments made? The court of the original jurisdiction. That's going to be the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Court. Why? Because that's where the contract originated. Why? Or how? It came from the business that's domiciled within the Amexem-Moor-Empire that is in good standing before the Imperial Business Registrar. So when you write out your contracts, you specify in one of the clauses that any performance dispute regarding that particular contract or agreement is to be agreed to be as amenable and adjudicated before the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Court. If they don't agree to that, then there's no contract. Now, they can't pull you into theirs. And even if they did, you have the ability to change venue based on that clause in the contract. Why? Because they're not the court of the original jurisdiction. According to the terms of the contract, the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Court is. And according to the foreign venue's alleged constitution or their writ of mixed war, it says you cannot impair the obligation of contracts. You agreed that the Amexem-Moor-Empire is going to be the court of the original jurisdiction, so that ends that argument. You're done. And over here, you've got home field advantage. Why? The imperial government has a 10% stake in all the business in the Amexem-Moor-Empire, and the Constitutional-Monarchy has a 10% stake, at least. Home field advantage. That leaves them in a highly compromised position, which is a fancy way of saying they lose 9 times out of 9. Continue, distinguished noble. What did you learn today?
I also learned that basically, well, the copyrighted material, I had a question regarding copyright. So you got to make sure you're not engaging in the copyright. So the question is, how do we refer when we engage in, potentially we can engage in a transaction with trade or a service that we're engaging in, and we have a foreign trade agreement for our agent to deal with a transaction. So they'll be handling foreign money, which could be potentially debt for us, or it is debt for us, maybe if it's paper.
All right, pardon me. Welcome aboard, distinguished noble Sheena. The grandmother of the house is aboard. Everyone, please pay your respects to distinguished noble Sheena.
Peace in Islam.
Peace in Islam.
Islam.
Honored to have you aboard, grandmother of the house. Thank you for being here. Let me respond back to what was being asked of me. All right, so if parties in the foreign jurisdiction, a friend of someone is doing things in that particular jurisdiction, that has nothing to do with the Amexem-Moor-Empire, has nothing to do with the Amexem-Moor-Empire National. They are not the co-business partner of a particular party that might be contracted in. The burden of proof is not on the Amexem-Moor-Empire National, it's on anyone making the accusation, provided that they are solvent. And even if they were solvent, they can never inform anyone of the nature and cause, so that's never going anywhere when you're properly trained. Now, the other half of that, if you're going to have a business inside the Amexem-Moor-Empire that's doing interjurisdictional business, that's why you have me. I'm going to write your license agreement for any business in the foreign jurisdiction or any entity, any party that has an alleged co-business partner, quote unquote straw man. They will get a license agreement from your business inside of the Amexem-Moor-Empire, where they can transact in the name of your business in the Amexem-Moor-Empire, inside that jurisdiction, wherever they're at. Whatever they're doing in terms of transactions in that foreign jurisdiction, according to that particular license agreement, they are paying a royalty to your business in the Amexem-Moor-Empire to transact in the name of that particular business using the logo from your business in the Amexem-Moor-Empire and your trademark name within the Amexem-Moor-Empire. That license agreement even gives them permission to copyright and trademark it in the foreign jurisdiction and pay you royalties off that too. You're welcome. I covered all of that almost 26 Earth years ago, so you don't have to worry about any of those things. You must focus on the training that I provide you, because I've been waiting for 2 decades for everyone to catch up what I've been explaining for 26 years to use this. So you have to worry. Folks are talking about, you got to do this paperwork. No, you don't. Got to do that paperwork. No, you don't. Effective training. So when I write you a license agreement, you know how to use it and don't get hurt. And that particular party or a business that they have, like an LLC or an S Corp, whatever it is, will have, according to the license agreement, pay royalties to the business that you have inside this jurisdiction and venue for using that name, which is already copyrighted and trademarked within the Amexem-Moor-Empire. So every transaction that that S Corp or LLC does using that particular name, according to the agreement, they got to pay a royalty for? Yes. What's the royalty? At least 80%. 80%? That only leaves about 20% left that's even going to be taxable unless you have other expenses in the foreign jurisdiction. So how much do they get the tax? Not our problem. Article 1, Section 10 of their Constitution says you can't impair the obligation of the contract. And if you want 80% of every transaction to be paid to your business in the Amexem-Moor-Empire, they got to pay it. Questions, distinguished noble?
No, sir. I yield the floor for others to.
District Governor, questions?
You do the floor.
Distinguished noble, actually, I'm out of order. Distinguished noble Sheena, you just got here, but I know you know all this already, but I should have come to you first out of respect. Forgive me, grandmother of the house. Do I have your consent to continue on?
Please do. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished noble of the Imperial Court, Sheena. Honorable Noble Ariel is next. Honorable Noble Ariel, you have questions or comments at this point?
No, I don't.
Islam. Honorable Noble Darrell, you have any questions or comments at this point?
No, sir, not at this moment.
Wait, Imperial Broadcasting and ESA, and GIA. Oh, no, you're both communications, but you are the senior. Noble Tina, do you have any questions or any comments at this point?
Islam, negative.
Islam. Noble Drew, do you have any questions or comments at this point?
Islam, His Imperial-Majesty. I came in a little late, getting prepared for my temple class.
But I would love to get the recording and just re-look over the recording, and then I'll have my questions after that.
Islam. All right. Well, we are going to be adjourning now. If there be nothing further from the line, anyone? All right, distinguished noble Sheena, distinguished noble the Imperial Court, Sheena, with your consent as the grandmother of the house, I move to adjourn this session. Do you have any objection to me adjourning?
Yes,
You have an objection? What's your objection?
yes, please adjourn.
Oh, adjourn. Oh, I see. Everyone, we're going to take our leave. CCO, you and I will reconvene. Let's make it 2 hours. Till we all gather again, everyone, may all what's in this line and our fellow nationals across the planet and your families, may we all be healthy, productive, and prosperous and kept safe and unmolested, especially as we go about our travels. I convoke the marshals out shorter tonight in your service on the fiscal budget proposal and also your official business overall. So I do ask that you please keep the Imperial Council and I in the ethos that we do excellent work in your service, that we make wise decisions in your service, and that we are effective in our governance in your service. Everyone, please enjoy your families. Go forward and enjoy this day. I know cold weather is coming to some of us. Some already have it. Bundle up, stay warm. Have plenty of ginger in your domicile, cayenne in your domicile. Have some turmeric in your domicile, cinnamon, parsley, oregano. Big canisters, use lots. Teaspoon or tablespoon, put it in boiling water, stir up and drink it. Take care of yourself. If you happen to have any hydrogen peroxide, pour a little pull in your hand, right here, behind your knees and your torso. Do not rub it in. Let it soak into your skin, get into your bloodstream. The oxygen inside that H3O is going to let up any bacteria or virus in your body and kick it on out. So with that, everyone, we'll take our leave. Tomorrow is the public video Q&A session. With that, say peace and light unto all of you, distinguished nobles, honorable nobles and nobles, and Islam.
Islam.